In crisis, you have two options. You can either react to what's happening or you can take initiative. It's a rule that applies in all crises, personal, political and diplomatic. And with Canada, it seems India has chosen option number 2, taking initiative, being proactive. Reports say New Delhi is asking dozens of Canadian diplomats to leave the country. Around 41 of them, they've been asked to leave, and apparently there is a deadline. Leave by October 10th or lose your diplomatic immunity. That's India's message to Canada. Now, what is diplomatic immunity? It's like a shield for diplomats. Imagine you are India's envoy stationed in Canada. The Canadian laws will not apply to you. You cannot be charged, arrested or prosecuted, hence immunity. India is reportedly threatening to revoke that shield, not for 1 or 2, but 41 Canadian diplomats. Now, we don't have official confirmation about this. Neither country has said anything. Just a short while back, though, Justin Trudeau was asked about this report, and he refused to confirm it. He says Canada does not want to escalate. Same thing that he said last week. But India has talked about this possibility before. Listen to this.
Yes, we have informed the Canadian government that there should be parity in strength and rank equivalence in our diplomatic presence, in mutual diplomatic presence. Their numbers here are very much higher than ours in Canada. The details of this are being worked out, but I assume there will be a reduction from the Canadian side.
Couple of things to note here. One, India had concerns about Canada's diplomatic strength. In other words, they had too many people in India, and this concern was conveyed to Canada. When was this? Well, the press conference was on the 21st of September, so I assume before that. Canada was told about this before that. More than 10 days have passed, but Canada is yet to act. They're not reducing their strength voluntarily. Is that why India has issued this deadline? Well, we can't be sure, which brings us to the second point. Why does Canada have so many people here in India? Reports say there are 62 Canadian diplomats in India. Their justification is this. Around 1.3 million Canadians claim Indian heritage. They also have families in India, so Canada's consular section is loaded. But India says it's unnecessary. We have around 20 diplomats stationed in Canada. So New Delhi wants parity, equal number of diplomats for both countries. And this could be a problem for Canada. There are 4 diplomatic missions in India, the High Commission in New Delhi, plus 3 consulates. Will they be able to operate these with just 20 officials? Or will they have to shut some of them? I know it sounds technical, but the truth is it's all political. This controversy had largely faded in the last couple of days. Justin Trudeau was dialing down. He called for closer relations with India. So what explains this new development? Honestly, it's hard to say at this point. The Indian government has refused to comment on the matter. The Canadians are silent as well, at least officially. Anonymous Canadian officials have confirmed these reports, but they haven't said anything about the timing. Is this a new order by New Delhi? Or is it one of India's long-standing concerns? Either way, it shows 2 things. One, this controversy is not dying down. It's being played in the shadows with leaks, counter-leaks, and anonymous officials. And 2, India is standing firm. You don't ask diplomats to leave during damage control. So New Delhi is not backing down. And why should it? What Canada is doing is shoot and scoot. Justin Trudeau claimed in Parliament that there were credible allegations. His ally Jagmeet Singh went a step ahead. He said there was clear evidence. Just one problem though, no one else has seen it. Canada is yet to show the smoking gun, if at all they have it. Instead, Justin Trudeau has been leaking things to Canadian media. One leak says they have details of conversations. Between whom? Indian diplomats. Apparently, these conversations point to India's involvement. If that is the case indeed, why not release the conversations? Again, there is no official explanation. All we have are unofficial leaks. And according to them, Canada is protecting its sources. Also, their methods were shady. They may have snooped on Indian diplomats in Canada, and Justin Trudeau knows all of this. He knew his alleged evidence could not be shared, yet he took on India. He wanted the world to take his word for it. Unfortunately, that is not how diplomacy works. When Trudeau attacked, India responded in kind. Canada's intelligence officer was expelled, visa services were cancelled, and diplomats were asked to leave. It's important to note that these are all temporary moves. If Canada wants, they can make amends. But will Justin Trudeau do that? That is the question. He can't keep backing down, not after making an allegation like he did. But without Western support, he doesn't have much wiggle room either. It's a very fine line for the Canadian Prime Minister between putting pressure and not escalating. India, though, is standing firm. It is sending a message to Canada. You can't just fling wild allegations and disappear. You must back it up. So this latest move shows India's confidence. But is it the right call? Well, so far it's gone well. In the long run, as they say, only time will tell.